Greetings to everyone who is listening online or through our website or even through our radio station the app. And welcome to Agape FM, bringing the gospel nearer to you. The time now is exactly 32 minutes past 1, and you know that when it hits 1:30, when it hits 1 o'clock, it is the midday talk session with me, Unobi Sambekela, bringing you all the movers and shakers, businesswomen, business people of Gqeberha. Today, I am sitting with a lovely, wonderful lady. Of Gqeberha, of Likusasa Lomama. Before we get to that, let us say hi to our lovely guest today. Hi, Mama, how are you?
Hi, Sisi. Good in the Thank you.
Okay, Ma, is there anyone that you'd love to give a shout out to who's listening right now? Because I'm seeing a few.
Okay, shout out to my crew, Likusasa Lomama crew. I love you guys. My husband, my kids, and everybody who knows me.
Hello. And also to the viewers and the listeners of Agape FM, we are greeting you in the name of the Almighty. And like I said, it is the midday talk. Yes, we might be late, but all things come to those who wait. It is the midday talk at Agape FM, bringing the gospel closer to you, nearer to you, actually. I'm reading the bio of Likusasa Lomama. So come close, get that coffee, get those water, and listen through. Likusasa Lomama is an NPO that was founded by 4 women who were part of Umzamo Omhle Stokvel from Dwesi Extension, which was a financial club, but due to the rise of unemployment, they decided to start a veggie gardening cooperative to sell to the community. They then realized that there was a surplus in the vegetables at the year end, and that's when Likusasa Lomama NPO was born. They started a soup kitchen to help feed the community and also teach skills to the residents. The organization is funded by social development and other departments, and with the funds generated, they again buy from the community. Ooh, that is bold. They again buy from the community, from the people who have started backyard gardening. Likusasa Lomama is currently feeding over 300 people each day. Not that they don't go unnoticed. They also won awards. The bestseller, best newcomer CNDC, the best performing CNDC in the Eastern Cape province, the best community outreach program under social development. Ooh, that is good work.
Yes.
And I always believe that good work it never goes unrecognized. Job well done to Likusasa Lomama. And like I said, today I am sitting with Phumla Dyafta from Likusasa Lomama. Ma, let me ask again, how are you?
I'm still great. God is good. Yes.
Okay. Why Likusasa?
And then at the end of the year, we would split the money amongst ourselves. Then we noticed that this is working for us. Then you find that from our backyard garden, we started to have a surplus of vegetables that would be left over. Then a soup kitchen started from that. We said, we cannot throw away the surplus. We had to do something. Then we came up with an idea that says that let's start a soup kitchen. And let's make it a platform to engage other women so that we can tell them that we are doing this for ourselves. You can do this, you can start this when they come, because obviously we will get people who've got a need. True. That will come to the soup kitchen. So it will give us the target market that we want, those people who are unable to provide for themselves. Then we started and then from when they are coming to dish, we would start with the word of God first. True. And then we pray, and then we would teach them that we are doing this as a woman, as umama, or essentially because a woman will come with the baby on their backs. It started in my garage. I opened my garage, and then people would come, and then we saw the need. Then we preached from where we started. The activities today that we are doing, we've got that backyard garden we're still doing. We've got almost 35 backyard gardens that are active now in the community. We've got a big garden, community garden, where we teach community members that are interested in starting a vegetable garden of their own. We've got care workers that go through the community, within the community, to look after the disabled, the elderly, and the bedridden people. We deliver food for them. We check if they are still on par with their treatments and all. And we've got a group of ladies that are doing sewing, and we've got ladies that are doing knitting also. And then we've got other young people that are doing baking, many skills, because we started this initiative that says within the community, we want to be the community to be an asset-based community. We look around for the skills that are within the community. We call it ABCD program. Most people are familiar with it. It's an asset-based community development. You develop the community with the asset that it has at the moment. So that is what we are currently doing.
Likusasa Lomama is doing a vast of things. It's broad. There are so many aspects and activities that you're doing. But I want to go back to gardening. You are women that are from Stokvel, the four of you, and now you're starting a garden. You could have baked. You could have done a lot of things, but you started with gardening. Why start there?
I think initially the idea was that we are starting back at the Eden.
Okay.
That is what God told Adam and Eve. They just had to nurture the land, and the land will produce for them, because most of us had no skills. So we said the basic thing that we can do is to start with the basic thing, because our belief, first of all, is that in the Bible it says that God said, let's create a man in our image. So everything that God can do, we have the ability to do also. So we started with the backyard garden with the little we have, because it's the Dwesi area, the Dwesi Extension area, you know, it's a previously disadvantaged area. It's an RDP area, and the only thing people had there was their RDP, small RDP houses and the yard. And we said that if you've got a backyard then you've got some land. Let's start with that land. Yes.
It started going back to Eden.
Yes.
And nurture the land so that it can feed you back.
Yes.
That is powerful. And I love the fact that you're putting the community on the center of everything. You always go back to what will benefit the community, what will benefit the land as well, and how you nurturing the land can also give back to you. I love that. With the economic issues right now, you're doing skill training. You are giving people training these people to do. What are these? How can I put this? Because it's quite a vast understanding. It needs a person to actually sit tight to actually understand what's going on. So with the backyard gardening training and everything else, I understand from the bio that you also get funding, but I want to understand, Okote, how do you stay afloat as the business? Because now you're giving training, you are facilitating other skills development. How do you stay afloat?
Okay, what we do, as I said, that our initiative is based on the ABCD. The community gets to own whatever is happening in their community. They form part. We've got grannies that are earning e-grant. We've got all young mothers that are earning grant for their kids, but they take that their money and go and buy maybe from ShopRite. And they also buy the vegetables. We say, don't buy the vegetables. Vegetables, you're going to get them from the community. That is how we get money. We sell the vegetables back to the community members. We sell the vegetables in the stalls, and then we get to have some money to do the runnings We also do knock at government institutions to look out for funding. Currently, we are funded by the Department of Social Development for only for the feeding side. But as I can say, our center is more like a CNDC. That is the concept of social development. It's a community nutrition and development center. So part of that, you can feed, you can develop, and then the trainings also gets to be facilitated through that also.
True. With the control of the organization, there are, like any organization, everyone gets a role, everyone gets to do a task. Is it the same task or the same scenario with Likusasa Lomama, or does everyone do the same job just to see if everything is going on, or is it teamwork, role by role, and then we come back together?
It's teamwork, Han. It's teamwork. I always say we call each other. I call them my crew, because everybody, we've got different skills, we've got different abilities. From the four ladies that we started, the two are the cooks. They deal mainly with the kitchen. The other one deals with the administration. I go around seeking help. I go around spreading the word. So everybody has their role and their responsibility. And when we combine together, they make us a force. Yes.
Likusasa Lomama has a force, and across of me is sitting the spokesperson of Likusasa Lomama. Ladies and gentlemen, the time now is 45 minutes past 1. It is windy, but nevertheless, we're still bringing you the gospel nearer to you. I am sitting with Mrs. Dyafta of Likusasa Lomama, and we are speaking on everything Likusasa Lomama. With the target market, you speak more of the community, but do you take some aspect of the community, or is it the broad community at large?
Okay, it's the broad community at large, because we've got the elderlies, we've got the youth that are our beneficiaries. We've got beneficiaries that are elderly, as I said, that the elderly, the disabled, the young kids, the young girls. We form up packs, dignity packs, we call them dignity packs, that we give out to young girls and young mothers. We always look out for everybody in the community. So we don't have a specific target market, even though our main focus, we are zooming in mostly on the youth. Because part of what we are doing with the skills, we've got a skills transfer program where we say, Umakulu, there's an older lady, she can't work anymore, but she's got a skill of knitting. Sure. We say, Granny, can you come? Can you teach maybe a group of 5 young ladies or young people? Because when you get old and you cannot knit anymore, at least you would have left the skill with somebody who's younger to carry on doing what you were doing. You've got a skill of starting a garden. You've got a skill. We've got a lady that was working in a bakery. She taught the young ladies how to bake. So that's what we do. So our the most focus is on the youth, but our target market is elderly, disabled, most especially the vulnerable citizens, like the disabled people and the elderly and young women.
Skill transfer. And we need those. We need, especially at Gqeberha. I'm from Gqeberha, and I believe that we need that. We have so many young people that are unemployed and don't know what to do, and we need that. Speaking of skill transfers and skill training, what are the trainings that because you mentioned baking, you mentioned knitting, you mentioned also sewing. Give me what are these trainings? What are these projects that you actually do when it comes to skill transfers and skill training within the community?
Okay, we try to get the basic of any skill because we are not accredited training providers. No. It's just that we look for what we have in the community. As I said, that you find that there is Uputi that was working in a construction company. Maybe he got injured. He was a plumber. He knows everything plumbing, but he can't work anymore because he got maybe injured at work. Then we said, there are young people, you can show them what you know. Then you are transferring the skill. Then that person has earned something to make a living for themselves. We cannot have burst pipe in the community and not anyone can fix. There's always a saying that Abantu, they would say that people from other countries, they come here and take our jobs. And you ask, what can you repair a TV? Can you do this? Can you do what those other people are doing? You need to be enthusiastic enough to go look for a skill that can feed you, because those people came in with their skills. They will walk around the community and say, I will fix your tap for you. I will fix your fridge, carrying a backpack. And they make a living because we've got broken fridges and TVs and all those things in the community. So let's go back to basic things that we are able to do without having their big skill that you have went to an institution to attain. A basic skill that you can attain from say landscaping, gardening, and all that, grass cutting. Those are basic skills that we can transfer one to another, and then we can make a living for ourselves.
And there was one person who said, if you acquire a skill, no one ever can take that away from you. And I believe if you're listening right now and the skill that you want to acquire, Likusasa Lomama is here for you. Whatever skill that you need, and they are capable of giving that skill to you or train you, please give them a call or shout out on, right now we're still live, or on the social media platforms, which will be broadcast right now. Okay, speaking of all good things, speaking of all nice things, because I did mention that all good work never goes unrecognized. I don't want to say this myself. I just might say it the wrong way, or however. Tell me more about the accomplishments, the achievements of Likusasa Lomama.
Likusasa Lomama started with social development in 2018, and we received an award to be the best newcomer. There were other CNDCs within the province. We got a recognition from the local level of social development and from the provincial level. We also got an award, a trophy for the Charlotte Matleke, because the work we do is for the community and for the benefit of the community. We also we were second runner-ups for sustainability through the Department of Agriculture. They have recognized the work that we do. We have been recognized also by the Department of Social Development on the CNDC, the national level, because they use our organization as the template to show other CNDCs within the whole country of how the safety measures during the COVID. Because during the COVID lockdown, everybody closed their doors because we are dealing with masses of people. So for the scare of the COVID, everybody was so scared, they closed. I remember at one point, we closed doors. And one morning I woke up, when I looked up, my center is outside it's just across my house. When I looked there were people standing there. Because that place brings hope to them. And I was like, no, this is not right. We cannot close. We are supposed to be at the forefront. We are supposed to be bringing hope. We came out, and I looked out for any place that was opening. We got assistance from Community Chest. We form up food parcels because we were not supposed to cook food. You remember, even restaurants were closed.
Yeah, true.
We form up food parcels. Department of Social Development saw that we were working, and they came up with some food parcels, and people from our community never went hungry. So from that, we got recognized for the work we did, because I had to Google. I was Googling. I was doing everything, following everything COVID. That how safe can we do this, continue giving the service to the people, but in a safe manner. And we Googled everything, and we formed up a structure. Social distancing, sanitizing. We went to look for masks, because people didn't even have e-masks. Then we got to sew mask for them, and we sanitized and all that. So the National of Social Development recognized that, and then they took us as a tool, as a template to show other CNDCs how to serve the communities in a safer way during the COVID.
What is a CNDC?
The CNDC is Community Nutrition and Development Center. Yes.
Dear listener, if you could see the smile on my face right now, listening to these wonderful news, listening to the vessel being just here and doing the good work that we need all over the world. What you're doing is phenomenal. What you're doing is wonderful. And may your plate never run dry. May you never lose hope and faith. And may you always continue seeking the Word of God for guidance. What are the future plans? Because you're already living in the future. If you survived COVID, if you survived working under COVID regulations, I mean, you're just there. What are the future plans for Likusasa Lomama?
The future plans is broad. We wanted to create a hub that will bring all activities that are going to develop our community first, even the metro, because we also take other projects, other NPOs that are up and coming. We coach them, we tell them how we do it, because it's not more about us. It's about doing, I think it's God's work, because the people that we are serving, they are God's people. So we had to put God first on everything, because they are His people. So we are serving Him with the work that we do. Anybody that does the same work that we do, our doors are always open. We want to assist other NPOs and other NGOs in their communities and in their respective work that they do, on how to be compliant, how to serve people, those things, those small things. Our doors are always open. We say you can come in and check how we're doing, how we're dealing with people. But in a community, in our community, we want to create a space whereby you come up with your idea, and Wabisa comes up and says, I've got this idea. Then we nurture that idea. We assist them. If God can assist us, maybe we get a big center, a big place whereby it will have many doors. I've got a picture of a big hub center with many doors. If you want anything computer, you go to this door. And then if you want anything sewing, anything that's this and anything that's that. Because I believe that in all of us, God has put something. It's just that it's for you to identify it, and then you get to find, and God must send you an angel that is going to see it, that it get manifested. That's it. We just want to be those guardian angels.
That is wonderful, wise as well. For me, as I was listening to the brighter future ideas of Likusasa Lomama, I'm hearing job creation, job creation, and it's all about centering the community as well. And boy, I might get myself a new job. Best believe that whatever that, because God always puts a vision within you and also provides provision. There was a guest who said, my success is your success, and I believe that from what you just said, that your success will always be the next NPO's or the NGO's success, and that is wonderful. Like always, we always ask our guests to leave a word of encouragement, which I've been getting all around the interview. But what would you say to an individual or a group of young women or young men or a young group of friends or young people or anyone who's listening right now who seeks encouragement and wants to start something, but they don't know how?
Okay. I always say that start small. But the actual thing is for you to start. You don't need other people. You'll find that they will say that I don't have capital, I don't have this. Look around you. What do you have at your disposal? And try to use whatever is available to you at your disposal, and try to identify in you what is it that is put in me. Don't try to mimic or copy somebody else's thing. Come up with your own thing. They might say, no, yours is weird, but then, it starts with the weird. Start it. If you believe in yourself, start small. Get it moving, then everything else you will find along the way. As we did, we started small, and everything else came in along the way. Just believe in yourself, start small, and keep pushing.
I did say she was wise. I did mention that. I am feeling that right now, there's an idea that I have right now. This is why people say start small. And if you're listening right now, do start small. Look at what you have at your disposal. It might not be capital, but it might be people who can actually say, I can give you this, I can give you this. And with the wise words of Mrs. Phumla Dyafta saying start small and look at what you have at your disposal. Mama, where can we find you on social media? Is there a number that we can contact? What's your email address for someone who wants to sponsor, or someone who seeks skills, or someone who wants to know more about NPO or Likusasa Lomama?
Okay. You can find us on Facebook. We are Likusasa Lomama Community Project. The number, my number, I can give you my number. It's 072 170 7392. That's where you can get us. Our email address is likusasalomama@gmail.com.
There you go. For any inquiries, you can first go on the Gmail, likusasalomama@gmail.com, or the number, or Facebook, and you best believe that you will receive all the assistance that you need. Again, dear listener, I am Unobisa Mbekela, and this was Agape FM, the Midday Talk. Across of me is sitting Mrs. Phumla Dyafta from Likusasa Lomama. Ma, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you to the listeners too.
Thank you so much. And if you're viewing live, thank you so much for joining me. And if you listen through the radio or wherever, thank you. In Gqeberha, it is 20 degrees Celsius. The time now, it is 1 minute past 2 on a Friday of the 29th of October 2021. This was the Midday Talk with me, Unobisa Mbekela, featuring Likusasa Lomama. This is Agape FM, bringing the gospel nearer to you. And from it is a goodbye, but please do not touch the dial, because at 3 o'clock we have Encounter Me sessions with Yolanda Singh. And now I am leaving you with Usinat saying, because you live. Goodbye.